Okay, so what do we need to make our little fabric keyring? First of all, you're going to need a piece of template plastic, and you're going to cut out a circle about 2.5 inches wide. That's a really good size for a keyring. You're going to need to dive into your scrap bin and grab out some scrap fabric, and you can see here I've just pulled out a strip. You're going to need some Peltex. I've already cut mine out off camera because I was already making a heap of them. So yeah, so you just need one piece of Peltex, and mine is double-sided fusible, and that's what you need today. You're going to need a little piece of twill tape. This particular one is 3/4 inch wide, and it's about 3 inches in length. You're going to need a keyring split ring. Okay, that's definitely going to help to turn it into a keyring. Going to need some thread snips, some fabric scissors, and a marking device. You're also going to need an iron and an ironing pad, and your general sewing supplies. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to take your plastic template, and as I said, this is about 2.5 inches across, and if you want to fussy cut, you can fussy cut, or you can just cut it any which way you want. I'm going to sort of select this area here and get a good multitude of colours. I'm thinking that bit there is a good place to start, and then I can possibly pick up this one here. Alrighty, so I'm just going to draw a circle around the template, and you need 2 circles. Okay, so you can see there I've just drawn the circles on them. I'm just going to grab my fabric scissors, and of course we never throw any fabric away because you just never know when you're going to be able to use it. So you're just going to cut on that line that you just drew to create your circle, and that's 2. So now you're going to get your piece of Peltex, and if you haven't already cut out your circle, just cut out a circle and take one of your fabric circles and place that on top and give that a really good press. About 10 to 15 seconds should be enough. And we're going to take our second piece, and we're going to head over to the sewing machine, and we're going to stitch 1/4 inch seam allowance, but leaving a small gap. To remind ourselves to leave a gap, we're just going to pop a pin in here and a pin in there, and that's about 1 inch wide, that gap, and that'll be big enough to get our twill tape into. So head over to the sewing machine, stitch a 1/4 inch seam all the way around, remembering to back stitch at the beginning and at the end. Okay, so you can see here that I've stitched 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around, and now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pinking shears, and we're just going to snip all the way around, including the part where we've just made the gap. Now try not to cut into your stitching. Okay, so you can see there that we've got a nice little circle, little flower on it, and now we're going to attach our keyring and twill tape. Okay, so we've got our twill tape. We take our little keyring, we fold that in half like so, and then we're going to slip that into the side that hasn't been pressed down. So remember, we've fused this side, so we have one side that's not fused. Get that into there between the layer of your Peltex and your fabric. You might need to use your tailor's awl to help you get that in, but you want to make sure that the twill tape is staying even, so make sure that you keep holding that. And you want that to go in at least 1/2 inch. Okay, so you can see there that that's going in quite easily, and I can feel that that's still remaining even. Okay, so now what we're going to do is where we finished off stitching, we're just going to stitch, it'll be about 1/8 inch, so we're just going to close that gap up. Now do make sure that you do a reverse and at the beginning and at the end. Okay, so we've given that all a press, and the fabric is now adhered on both sides to the Peltex. Our little twill tape with the keyring is locked into place because we've stitched that down. Get rid of your excess threads, but that's it. Your little keyring is finished. It's perfect for any sort of gift. You can actually put some embellishments on this, maybe put someone's initial or something along those lines. You could possibly even hand embroider something on there before you assembled the keyring. So I really hope you liked this little tutorial today, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye for now.